What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. So glad that you guys decided to click on this here video. Everything is completely frozen up right now. We have just regained electricity and I don't know how long it's going to be on because it keeps coming on and going off. So I wanted to go ahead and make this video real quick, which I got the windows opened up here and everything, so I've got a little bit of light going on. So that's been the biggest challenge really in doing any filming, recording, what have you. But on a positive note, we do have a mystery tackle box that come in the mail actually a few days ago, but I'm just now kind of getting to it. I already done an unboxing on my TikTok if you guys haven't already checked that out. So a few of the baits in there are a little disheveled and out of the packaging, so I'll try to put those back in there real quick to kind of give you guys the fresh unboxing feel. I do want to say I appreciate Mystery Tackle Box for sponsoring this here video. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go out today and do any fishing with this here box because of this historic ice storm that we got going on right now, but we are going to give you guys a glimpse as to what is in this month's box. Mystery Tackle Box is a fantastic company. I've got them linked down in the description. If you want to get amazing deals on your baits, up to 40% off the retail price, then make sure to go check them out. You can use my code Tate if you've never used them before and get your first box for as little as $10. They got several different options, different kind of boxes as far as the species you're targeting, all kinds of different stuff, cool stuff over there on the website, even if you don't want to get a Mystery Tackle Box subscription. So make sure to go check them out. As always, appreciate them. And guys, let's go ahead and dig into the video. All right, ladies and gents, we got the box right here. Let's go ahead and dig into it. I want to give you guys a quick little glimpse of those. Did you see anything? Did you see anything? Hopefully not, because we're digging in the box. Up first, we have our pamphlets, as always, our bait card that tells us all the prices. These little pamphlets, man, the little Devil's Digest tips and tricks, they're great stuff in those things. Make sure you're checking those out, especially if you're new to fishing and need a little guidance on the baits you're getting in your box. And then just a fantabulous tank crossing sticker. We're always looking for those tank crossings. My tackle boxes are just full of these right here. So cool little stickers. That's one thing we don't talk about much, but they send some pretty cool stuff in the box. So up first, we have a Googan Squad banger, and you may be saying, well, there's no banger in there. Well, I got it right here. This right here is a very, very cool bait. I don't throw a lot of square bills, just to be completely honest with you, but I think I'm gonna try to throw them a little bit more this spring. I think it'll be a great spring bait, search bait, and I think that right there will be just wonderful for the types of bodies of water that I fish. I fish a lot of dirty, stained water, and that sexy shad color will be absolutely great. So a lot of people give Googan baits a lot of flack, guys. Don't be giving them any don't be talking crap about them until you try them. They're really cool baits. Highly recommend using them. I would throw that on some 12-pound fluoro, 15-pound fluorocarbon, depending on what kind of cover you're fishing, and probably some kind of moderate tip, moderate fast action rod of some kind. So that is the Googan Squad banger. The price on that is $7.99, so a pretty expensive bait, but you already got $8 in your box so far. And now up next we have a jig that I have heard a ton about, and I've actually already got it out of the pack too. But right there is the packaging that comes in. That is the Tight Ropes jig. If I can get this to focus, Tight Rope jig. I've been seeing a ton of stuff on Catchco, Mystery Tackle Box, social media accounts about this jig. That is a super cool jig, and I swear, I believe it's almost got a transparent weed guard right there. If you guys can see that, if I can get it to focus, I don't know if I can, but well, maybe it's a good thing you can't see it, but it's almost like it's a clear, transparent weed guard. So that is something, if you're trying to be extra finessey, that might be something to keep an eye on. And the weight of this, what's this thing weigh? It weighs, it's a 2-aught hook. It don't, oh, 1/4 ounce. So a great little finesse jig presentation right there. And on that, while we're still on this bait, we have, and by the way, this is a $4.29 jig. We also have some Sakoshi bugs. Sakoshi bugs is probably, I don't know if I'm gonna say it's my favorite Ned rig bait, but it is one of my top 3 anyway. And this right here costs you, where is it at? Come on. $5.29 for that right there. And the reason I brought this up directly after this tight rope jig is because I love putting these kind of baits on my finesse jigs. And actually I have one that's tore off and ready to put on this right here. So I got a little Sakoshi bug right here, and that will just act as a beautiful little trailer. It's taking forever to focus, but a great little finesse presentation if you want to throw a jig. It's got that little weed guard on there, so if you're not wanting to throw an Ned rig, something like that, then you're going to have a little bit more weedless ability to that bait. So that's something to keep in mind, something that you guys might want to try. And if you got it in your box, then I think that's going to be something that you're pleasantly surprised to use if you've never used one before. So with that said, up next we have a Savage Gear 4D crawl, and I saw these in stores, but I have never used them before. And I'll go ahead and grab one out the box real quick, out the packaging, so you guys can get a closer look at it. If I can rip it off. These are super duper realistic. I mean, that looks just like a crawdad. Just looks just like a crawdad, and you're not going to get any more realistic than that right there, boys. That right there. Now, when I first saw these in the box, I really didn't know how to go about rigging them, and I know every month Catchco or Mystery Tackle Box provides a video or information about how to use these baits. I think this is a floating bait. I believe that's what it said on the packaging. Floating PVC construction. I don't know. I think this floats. But the first thing that comes to mind when using this is throwing this on some kind of Ned rig, or Ned rig, or even a shaky head, a very small shaky head. That right there would do wonders on a shaky head or some kind of Ned rig style head right there, some kind of jig head like that. Then up next, a bait that I think most of us probably should have confidence in if you don't, and that's this right here. And I'm sorry about the glare, guys, but it's a Weston. It's a Weston, and I've used some Weston swim baits, but this is a Weston stickworm. And it's got a kind of a unique look to it. Let me pull it out here. It's black and blue, looks like, which is one of my favorite colors for a stick bait. Check that out. A very unique. The center right there is kind of not a little bit more narrow than the rest of the body. Might be what you need to get a bite from a fish that's seen 1,000 Senkos. You never know. And I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this next bait. I don't know if I've already, did I mention the prices? Savage Gear Crawl was $4.99. The Weston Stickworm is $5.99. And this bait right here I'm gonna talk to you about, the Spear Point hooks, is $1.80. These are a unique take to a hook. And these would be perfect for using with these Senko stick baits here. So just rig that up, Texas rigged. I would go weightless, and that would that should get her done. A very unique design on those hooks. Like I said, you're getting stuff in the box that you've probably never seen before. I've never seen a hook shaped like that, but I'm sure it has something to do with holding the fish on. And up last we have a Lucky John flat crank 60 DRF, and this costs $9.99. So that's a $10 bait in this box. So if you have got your first box using my code and got your box for $10, you have pretty much paid for this one bait and got all these other baits free. That's one way to look at it. Now this bait right here is a flat crank bait, which really shine in cold water. Mystery Tackle Box a lot of times sends you baits that are relevant for that time of year. This is a 5 to 9 depth diver, and that is probably my most used range of crankbait. This red color is a great color for colder water, springtime fishing, and hopefully, I pray to God we hurry up and get there. But this red color, I'm telling you, it's not just a spring color. A lot of people think that this color only comes out to play in the spring, but I'm telling you, this color year-round can pick you up some bites, especially if that water is a little bit dirtier, a little bit murkier. It has some rattles to it, and that bait right there, I promise, is going to get action from me all year long. Lucky John makes good crankbaits. That flat side crankbait has a little bit tighter action to it, so it's more finesse presentation, if you can call cranking, any kind of cranking finesse, but it has a little bit tighter wobble to it, and a lot of times those fish will bite that tighter wobble compared to a wide wobble maybe that you get from a banger, something like this where the body's more rounded. That wobble is going to be a little bit wider, a little bit more aggressive, and displace a little bit more water. If a fish is in cold water, it's a little bit more timid about biting something. It might be more apt to bite something like this with a little bit tighter wobble. So guys, that is the box for this month. A wonderful box as always. These last few boxes that I've gotten from Mystery Tackle Box have been absolutely killer. Highly recommend them, guys. Down in the description, go check it out. Make sure to get your own box, man. Get your box, get a box for somebody else. They're great products, and I really love my Mystery Tackle Box. I've been getting them for years, as I always say, even before they sponsored the channel. So taking them on as a sponsor was a no-brainer. With that said, folks, I want to try to get back out there on the water as soon as this ice storm is over. Pretty much pointless to go out right now, even try to film or do anything. So if you guys have any ideas of content or how-tos or reviews you would like to see me do, let me know those down in the comment section. Help your boy out. So as always, guys, I appreciate y'all for watching. I'll see you next time on another episode of Fishing with Tate.